Jennifer from Rock Lines and the Rust Belt Chronicles, and I'm sitting here with Aaron from Gemini Syndrome. Not too much. Excited to be here. We are at the Winchester Tavern in Lakewood, Ohio, just on the border of Cleveland, and we're super excited to be here today because we get to talk to him before his show. So, how's the road been so far?
So far, so good.
So far, so good?
Lots of driving.
Yeah, lots of driving. I know from things I know about you that you and a few of your bandmates are really into conspiracy theories. And I want to talk about that a little bit, but before we get to like your conspiracy theory stuff, I want to talk to you about conspiracy theory that's going around the internet about your band, and that is that you guys just announced that you're going to be on the road a little bit, then you're going to be taking off to work on your third album.
Correct.
And the big conspiracy theory
Not
amongst...
conspiracy theory, that's a fact.
the conspiracy theory part of this is that a lot of fans have mentioned to me are concerned that album number 3 is the end of Gemini Syndrome as they know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
As they know it.
Yeah.
It's funny, I hadn't read any of that.
Yeah.
I can see where that would be misconstrued because we talk about how it was going to be a 3-album cycle, like theme-based of birth, life, and death. So really that was just more of a, this ties into where we're going to go after this, like, it ties into the esoteric mystery schools of like death not necessarily being physical death, but more of a transformation into a new way of living, you know, it's kind of like the Enlightenment, if you will. And that's really the intention of the 3-record cycle. But I can see when I say like, this is going to be the last tour of the Memento Mori cycle, and then it's the 3rd album in the trilogy, and it's death, I can see where people misconstrue that. But no, we're not going anywhere.
All right, so
we're not
conspiracy theory
squashed
100%. So.
We're not going anywhere.
All right, well, as you mentioned, you're still touring on the Memento Mori album, which is a great album and very interesting because there's a lot of positive and very light messages in it, but it's kind of coming from a dark place.
Absolutely.
What made you choose sort of a dark-themed album title and theme for an album that's really about life and the positive parts of life?
Yeah, in the sense of Memento Mori, meaning remember that you have to die. Sounds dark, but it's not. It's really not. The whole point of that is to say that, like, it's not pointing out anything that anybody doesn't know already. We're all gonna die. It's just a fact. Like, the sun rises and it sets.
Who wants to live forever anyway? Like,
I don't know, I
think I get bored. Right? I'm kind of bored, right? You know, in general.
Right now.
Not this second. I mean, this second I'm completely excited, but you know, give me another 3 hours.
I mean, quite honestly, it comes. Everything I read about, for the most part, 99% of it comes from my personal experience, and I tend to come from a dark place. I've seen some dark shit in my life. That's just what comes out. But the thing that keeps me going is trying to put that positive spin on it, and that's what motivates me to wake up and to go do what I do during the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I lived in that dark place all the time, you know, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. You know, so that's what keeps me pushing, and that's kind of like I get the opportunity to have somewhat of a soapbox. I can reach a lot of people with whatever I'm talking about. So
absolutely.
I try to take that into account and say, what do I want to spread hate? Do I want to spread depression? Not really. But do I want to address those things? Because everybody experiences that, I think, to some more than others. But everybody experiences anger. Everybody experiences sadness. Everybody goes through trials and tribulations in life. And I think the point is to push through those and grow from those experiences. And that's kind of the message we're trying to...
Yeah, that was going to be one of my questions, whether it was kind of a purposeful intent with your lyrics to spread a positive word, and it sounds like it very much is. So
for other people and for me as well. Yeah, it's selfish on some level. It's my method of coping. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been through therapy and I've been on psychoactive drugs and I've done the whole gamut of trying to fix what's wrong, fix what's broken or whatever. And none of that stuff worked.
Yeah.
You know, so this is absolutely my vent and my therapy to help myself. But if I can, you know, propagate that to other people, then, it feeds itself. It becomes a cycle.
I think that's important in this culture. I know in some other cultures they look at people that are having, you know, mental difficulties, whether it's depression, anxiety, or some of the more severe disorders, as being things that need to be fixed. And this culture always needs to be fixed. But in other cultures, they look at these people have something to teach, these people have something to share, and we can learn from them. And and I think that's really important what you're doing in a lot of ways. So
those dark experiences, you know, like I said, everybody goes through them in some capacity, and like you said, in this culture, it's like it needs to be fixed. But,
Fix it, numb it.
but numb it really, I think, is probably the most popular method. And whether it be prescription drugs or anything else, whether it's booze or other drugs or whatever, Lord knows I've been down all those roads.
Yeah.
And none of them work. I think the problem with this culture, in a sense, I hate to say problem, but one of the issues this culture has is that we treat symptoms. We don't treat the core.
Yeah.
And it's the same in medicine. I'm a huge advocate of Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. And Chinese medicine doesn't treat the symptom. They go to the source. They go to the cause, whether it's an organ malfunctioning or whatever it might be. They go to the problem itself. And we just kind of put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that happens with physical conditions, mental conditions, social conditions.
Yep.
Or just that culture where we put the Band-Aid on it and hope it goes away.
Yeah.
And then eventually it resurfaces.
Yeah.
And you can, I've had some bouts in my life of heavy drinking, and it works for a minute.
Yeah.
Everything
works for a minute. The opiates work for a minute.
It'll numb it for a second, but
yeah.
Eventually those things bubble to the surface, and you have to face it eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. So your next album that you're gonna take a break from, that won't be the last one ever.
Be the last one. Just the last in this process.
Is about death on a certain level.
And transformation.
And transformation.
Rebirth and growth and that kind of stuff.
So what's your personal thoughts on death and what happens after we go? Do you have
I have a lot of theories.
Yeah, none of us know for sure. So.
I think the first thing I would say is that energy cannot be destroyed or created; it can only be transferred into another form. I definitely think there's something after this, but ultimately, I think there's one of two things happens: something happens, or nothing happens. If nothing happens, I won't be there to know about it,
True.
So it won't matter. And if something happens, I look forward to seeing what it is.
Now, what would you like to happen if you would? Perfect.
I can't even wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
Do I become one with the global consciousness, or does my spirit become some sort of specter or ghost or something, or I can come back and mess with my friends?
It might be kind of fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know, and that's the great mystery, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the coolest part, is that I have no effing idea what comes after this.
Yeah.
And whether it's even trying to comprehend in the basis of religion, like if there's a heaven and a hell, like let's say there is, let's say that exists. What is heaven? I just watched This Is the End the other night, right? And it's so it's all these dudes, they all got halos and stuff, like make a wish, you can have anything you want. Is that what it is? And we're all partying in the clouds with the Backstreet Boys? I don't know. Or is it some sort of cosmic? I'm a big Alex Gray fan, the artist, and the way he talks about consciousness on a higher level, or even Timothy Leary for that matter. They're talking about this kind of the physical body deteriorates, but the consciousness and the soul goes somewhere else and exists in some plane that we can't even comprehend.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm not trying to rush there.
Yeah, I'm not trying to rush there, but it's something interesting as it goes down the line. So obviously you're a very philosophical and spiritual kind of person. What sort of spiritual endeavors do you practice, or that you use to help you kind of get through this world and spark your creativity and?
Well, I study traditional Chinese Kung Fu. I've done that for many, many years, and all the philosophies that come with that, the meditation and that kind of stuff. Self-discovery, through physical activity and physical action. They say in Chinese that you can eat bitter. You have to eat bitter to enjoy the sweet. So Kung Fu translates to hard work, and you train that stuff because it sucks. I don't think there's anybody who does real, true traditional martial arts who's like, this is awesome. No, it all sucks. It's all painful, but that's the process. And eventually you grow to like it. Maybe that's the masochist side of things. That, and I've been studying, world religion since I was very young.
Yeah.
As I got older, got into the mystery schools and esotericism, and, the occult to some extent. I'm not saying witchcraft and whatnot, but I definitely dabbled in that stuff when I was a kid. Just try to learn about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just try to learn what you can. I try to learn anything I can, and be exposed to anything that I can. See where the similarities are. You can find so many similarities in all the world religions at their core. To say that the primordial essence of what those things are. Pretty much talks about love, talks about accepting the people around you. the most important of the 10 Commandments is love your neighbor as you love yourself. And it says love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, right? So if you're loving God the way you love yourself, and you love your neighbor in that same regard, you're loving everyone like you love God, right? And you can find this throughout Buddhism, you can find it throughout Islam, you can find it throughout Zoroastrianism, at the core of all of it.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't care what you believe, it doesn't matter to me. Call
Yeah.
yourself Christian, call yourself Buddhist, call yourself
As long as you're nice to people.
I don't care, yeah. You just don't be a douche.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my philosophy.
I know, I'm sorry, the church of don't be a douche.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I completely agree with you on
Scientology out of business.
one could hope. One could hope. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I agree, and I think it's a message that, especially now, needs to get out there to people. People just need to chill out a little bit.
Lately, it's so messed up out there, man. Like there's, it's age-old divide and conquer, and you can see it in our country. You can see it around the world at this point. Divide and conquer. There's still a race war. You know, there's still a sexual war. There's still a sexual identity war. And it's like it's also. Can I swear here?
We don't care.
It's so fucking stupid. I have to use that just to make a point.
Sometimes there's no other word.
It's so fucking stupid. You know, I look at a guy who's a different color than me. I don't buy him, man. I'm not the whitest dude who ever be. You know what I mean? Yeah. And color matters not. You know what I mean? I don't care what you believe. As long as you're not trying to impose your beliefs on me, believe what you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Just as long as you do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. As long as doing what thou wilt doesn't affect someone else in a negative way.
Yeah.
You know, again, don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche. There you have it.
Pretty simple.
Don't be a douche. No, I listen to your music and I really appreciate what you're doing, and it's interesting when I hear it and I see kind of the duality between the kind lyrics and kind of the angry, aggressive sound to the music, and then there's a little bit of angry lyrics too. But
Certainly.
when it kind of comes all together, it just has a very sort of like almost like Heyoka trickster meets shaman kind of thing going on, if you can.
Quixote.
Yeah. And I dig that because I feel like a lot of us come from the dark, we're the light in the dark versus just Pollyannas in the light. So.
And I think people on a bigger scale than society realizes are waking up to that.
Yeah.
To that idea. I think there's more people that I come in contact with, like you, who share those beliefs. And then I turn on the news, which I'm a news junkie. Again, I'm a masochist, so I watch this terrible programming because that's all it is. The news is programming, and you see all this hate just force fed to you.
Yeah.
It's the Trump supporters, and it's Black Lives Matter, and it's blah 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 blah, and everybody hates everybody else. And for the most part, in my personal experience in my day-to-day life in this three-dimensional world, the people I meet are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're pretty level-headed. And everybody has a bad day here and there, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't meet a lot of hate-filled mongers. You know what I mean?
No. Well, that's.
You should see it.
No, they need the internet to find each other because most of them aren't
yeah.
that brave enough to just walk up and do,
Yeah. And there's so much negativity and hate. It's just like such a waste of time, man.
Yeah. I agree. So I said I was going to ask you something about conspiracy theory, and I will. I don't know much about all these conspiracy theories. I know a little bit for things about lizard people, whatever. But
there's thousands of them out there.
If there was one conspiracy theory that resonates with you, that you really feel like if the world believed this, humanity would be better off if they accepted this conspiracy theory, what would you say it is?
I would have to go with the Illuminati for a couple reasons. So there's this different world of perspective when it comes to that conspiracy. Some people think that it's these Satan-worshipping, black cloaked figures who are trying to rule the world and play with the puppet strings. And then there's the converse theory to that, where what Illuminati means is the enlightened ones, right? So it's this concept that there's a group of people, however large they may be, who have reached enlightenment. They have found the trick or the secret to living, which again I think is really love. I think it all stems from that. The first word was love, And I think if people would grasp onto the idea that there are these people who figured it out, and the reason that they stay secret is because you do have the hate-filled mongers who can't accept that reality, and that's why they stay secret. Because if they came out into the public, they'd be martyred. They'd be crucified by people in a metaphoric or a literal sense, you know what I mean? You go go back to Jesus. Wasn't that his whole purpose? Was
Yeah.
love everybody. That's it. And what they do, they nailed him to a tree. They killed him. You know what I mean? Because the world wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
Because people can't move beyond their own hypocrisy. They can't move beyond their own judgments. They can't move beyond their own predisposed ideas of things that they have honestly no idea about. You know, we can judge somebody who's across the world that we've never met because the news told us they were bad. So we automatically hate them. It's just ridiculous. You know? So I think that's, I mean, if there was any conspiracy theory that I wish was true, maybe that one.
Okay. That's fun here to learn conspiracy theory from you. But yeah, we're excited to see you guys perform tonight. Obviously, I got to see them at Ink and the Clank. It was my first time seeing you guys live.
That was a fun show.
It was fun, yeah.
Who'd have ever thought I'd be playing the Shawshank Prison?
I know.
pretty gnarly.
It was a good show. So we're looking forward to that and looking forward to obviously the new album. And on a personal level, I just want to say I really appreciate what you're doing and I thank you for spreading the kind of information and love, if you will, that you are. Because I think that we need more of that around, and I think it's just something important. You leave people better than you found them, and I think you're doing that through what you do, so thank you. So check out Gemini Syndrome online, Facebook, Spotify, everywhere, social medias everywhere.
Yeah, it's all just Gemini.
Just all together. Look up Gemini Syndrome.
If you go to the website geminisyndrome.com, they have links to all that.
Yeah, so check that all out, and we will have more pictures and whatnot from the show on the RustBeltChronicles.com.